What was inside this 4,500-year-old pyramid, standing 480 feet above the ground, that researchers sent a robotic camera inside just to see? The camera stopped at one point because it encountered a stone slab blocking its way. Researchers believed that behind this slab lay a secret buried for 4,500 years. Determined to uncover this mystery, they equipped the robot with a drill, which made a hole in the slab. Through this hole, they inserted a camera, which captured a sight that had not been seen for millennia. Welcome to Tales of the Past. Egypt is home to 138 towering pyramids, which have withstood earthquakes and violent storms over thousands of years. Yet not one of them has shifted even slightly. The largest and tallest among them is the Great Pyramid of Giza, with a base covering 13 acres. Incredibly, the pyramid is so spacious that it could fit 9 football fields inside. According to estimates, the pyramid was constructed using around 1 million large stones, some weighing as much as 50 tons. The total weight of the pyramid is approximately 6 million tons, equivalent to 12 Burj Khalifas. But why were these grand pyramids built? How were the walls constructed with such precision thousands of years ago without modern tools? How were 50-ton stones cut into square shapes and transported 480 feet high without cranes? And which ancient engineers made these earthquake-proof structures, aligning their sites at exactly 51.5 degrees? Let's uncover these mysteries in this video. Challenge 1. Aligning directions. For centuries, research teams have puzzled over how the pyramid's sides were aligned perfectly to the north, south, east, and west without a compass. Experts believe the architects first found a solid foundation capable of bearing the weight of millions of tons of stone. They likely used polar stars to determine the Earth's poles and mark the pyramid's directions. Without compasses or optical instruments, they set the pyramid's orientation with zero errors using basic techniques. Challenge 2. Leveling the ground. The pyramid was constructed on 13 acres of land. Even a slight unevenness in the ground would have made it impossible to assemble this massive structure of 2.3 million stones. Without modern tools like laser levelers, experts suggest that ancient engineers filled trenches with water to gauge the level. Uneven areas were carved down using chisels and hammers. A simple leveling tool might have been a wooden frame with a weighted string in the center. If the string touched the ground and the frame was centered, the ground was perfectly level. Challenge 3. Shaping massive stones. Once the site was leveled, construction began, requiring the extraction and shaping of massive stones. Without grinders or jackhammers, how did they cut 50-ton blocks into precise squares or rectangles? Experts suggest they used chisels made of a copper arsenic alloy, which was harder than pure copper. These chisels were struck with wooden mallets for hours to shape the stones. Challenge 4. Transporting stones. The limestone used in the pyramid came from Tura, 250 kilometers away. Transporting 50-ton stones, equivalent to the weight of 3 buses, was a daunting task. Today, such logistics would challenge even modern companies. Astonishingly, ancient workers used the Nile River to transport these stones. They loaded the blocks onto large boats, requiring armies of 500 workers to manage loading and unloading. Challenge 5. Lifting stones to great heights. With the stones cut and transported, the next hurdle was lifting them 480 feet high. Experts believe workers use spiral or zigzag ramps to haul the blocks upward, relying on human labor. A vast workforce would have coordinated to raise each stone step by step. Challenge 6. Interior design and granite mystery. The pyramid's interior featured compartments, passageways, and tunnels. What baffled experts was the use of granite for the inner chambers instead of limestone. Granite, one of the hardest stones in the world, can only be cut today using advanced grinders. Yet ancient Egyptians managed to cut and shape granite blocks with remarkable precision. Experts later uncovered their method. A toothless saw, weighted on both sides, was run over the granite, with sand or gravel as an abrasive. This labor-intensive process took months to cut a single block. Final mysteries. Why were these pyramids built? How many laborers worked on them? And what did the robotic camera uncover behind the stone slab inside the pyramid? Something hidden for 4,500 years. These questions and more will be explored in part 2 of this video. So make sure to subscribe and stay tuned.